Hey guys, it's Nicola. So this reading will be for messages from your spirit guides and from your ancestors. Then we're going to bring all our awareness to the three groups that are in front of us. Take this time to choose Group 1, which is Buddha. Group 2, which is the elephant. Or Group 3, which is the dragon. Hey guys, it's Nicola. So this is our first pick a card reading. We're going to get started with Group 1, which is Buddha. Okay. So let's put this to the side. I don't want my baby broke. So the first thing we're going to look at is your archetype card. Okay, so the message we have under here is the castle. Okay. So let's read what we have for this. And of course, I put all my books up. Let me get my books. 1 second. Y'all, I'm trying to sneak call my baby. I don't know where my book is. Elijah. Oh my gosh. Y'all, excuse me, I lost my book. Y'all, I was helping one of my colleagues and I lost my book. So I had to go get it. All right, so the first thing we're looking at is the castle. Okay. And I lost my glasses. Pretty much suck ass. All right. So let's read what we have for the castle. And this is a place. I know that. All right. 149. It's no wonder fairy tales tell of sleeping princesses within castle walls. Like most archetypes, the castle is loaded with duality. It represents abundant riches, seductive fantasy, ornate wonders, and lavish adornment. Yet the walls are thick and cold and shadowy. This card points to a tendency to hold on to possessions, quite possibly a literal home, or position that project the image of achievement, while the soul longs to run barefoot in the forest, leaving it all behind. At times we must settle down, yet the castle lulls us with its spell of materialism and we fall asleep to our deepest dreams. The castle can be a motivating force, an enchanting goal to travel forward, but it is best not to linger within its walls of decadent deception for too long. When in light, this is you visiting your throne of power, but when in dark, you're stuck, dealing with bouts of depression, spells, and walls. So for a lot of you guys, I feel like you are barricading yourself in the glory of something instead of, identifying or acknowledging that glory or that being stuck could be you being restricted by something of the 3D, or could become a prison. Like your castle, what you've created, could be becoming a prison for you. All right. So we're looking at spiritual messages, okay? And y'all, I know I'm probably looking weird, but I want to make sure all my cards are showing, because I got these two cameras. I want y'all to see the cards as well as see me within these readings. So we have fertility here. It says it's the perfect time for you to start new projects, access new ideas, and give birth to new conditions. So right now, it's about breaking free from those walls. It may be comfortable where you are, but it's about breaking free and allowing yourself to grow. Right now, earth magic, that means you're in the power of using the things around you to benefit you, to aid in you moving on this new path, to aid in you to creating or manifesting things. Like right now you probably have, you know, your alchemist energy like on fleek, like one on 1000. So a lot of you guys probably are in a space of really acknowledging the alchemist within, really bringing your desires into the forefront, bringing your desires and materializing them in your world. But you need to break free from the constraints, from this comfortable place that you've put yourself in. So right now, I know these are romance oracle cards. This is a spiritual reading, so it doesn't matter if it's love or not. But right now you got attraction. It says you attract romantic love by fully enjoying this moment. So if you are in the space of looking for something romantically, right now you're needing to be in high vibration so that you can attract in something in high vibration. This is like a spiritual law of attraction. Okay, so we have listen. For a lot of you guys, you're needing to listen to your intuition right now. You're really needing to be in alignment with your higher knowledge. Okay. We have divine grace and the law of efficiency. So with this, because I'm not very familiar just off top with what most of these cards represent, I'm going to read. And again, I don't have my glasses, so y'all just going to have to deal with whatever come out my mouth. Okay. It is time your life become easier. It is time for you to walk the way of divine grace with trust, simplicity, and acceptance. You do not have to try to make things happen. You can gracefully act without attachment and trust that all will be as it is meant to be. Surrender your struggles now as you allow life to serve you with love and kindness. This is the most efficient use of your energy and will lead to the best results. So again, let go. This is also telling you to surrender your struggles. Step outside of this box that you've created for yourself. So the next card we have is the, and I'm going to put a list of the cards that I'm using in the description for those of you that want to know what cards I'm using. I should have showed you. Well, this, I'll put the link so you can look and see which ones you like. So this is Whispers of Ganesh, or Whispers of Lord Ganesha. This is Archetypes Guidebook. This is Goddess Guidance. This is Earth Magic. This is Romance Angels. This is Ascended Masters. And this is Lightworker Oracle. So, trying to make sure I put all that out there. So, as I was pulling, Group 1 received 2 Oracle cards from Whispers of Ganesha. So the first one we have is Enlightenment. We're going to read what it has for enlightenment, but you know, with enlightenment and blessings, I mean, you can pretty much put that together and understand that through your enlightenment, you may become blessed, or you're becoming enlightened on what blessings you have in front of you. So that may be why you need to kind of break free, break out of this mold, so you can really, you know, accept your new path. All right, it says, connect to the true source to manifest your desires. So for a lot of you guys, in order to manifest, you need to connect to true source. You need to really connect to your higher self, connect to God, connect to the universe. Right now, your blessings are waiting for you. So I'm not reading the full details. I'm just reading the messages that they have in regards to these cards. So with blessings here, this is about understanding that you are divinely protected. Some of you guys, I feel like you need to let go. If you're in a space of wanting to go into a new ascension, you may be a little fearful. You may be in a space of kind of holding yourself back, feeling comfortable in the confines of your human experience. That may be an identification, or that may be notification that it's time to break free. It's time to gain your freedom so that you can allow yourself to grow, to evolve, so that you can attract in the things that you're manifesting. Okay, so the last card that we have, or the last oracle card we have, is the Angel of Healing. So for a lot of you guys right now, the angels have felt your sadness and they're showing up to send you healing. So you could be in a space of receiving some things, but if you're not open within your heart space, you're not going to be able to receive. An open heart space allows for giving as well as receiving, but if you're closing off, you're not going to be able to receive. So for some of you guys, you need to open up so that you can attract what it is that you truly desire. Okay, so let's put these up and I'm going to do a reading for you guys. So we're going to be using the Medicine Woman Tarot deck. It's weird doing it with 2 cameras, but I'm trying. I'm just experimenting, seeing how this goes. All right. So we're going to see what guidance, what messages do we have for Group 1. What messages, what guidance do we have? What messages, what guidance do we have for group 1? What messages, what guidance do we have for group 1? What messages, what guidance do we have for group 1? Messages. What messages? Okay. So underneath we have judgment. So a lot of you guys, I feel like you're needing to make a decision about something. You're needing to become more aware or awakened in regards to a situation in your life. So we're going to take this row by row. All right. So the first card we have is the Nine of Wands. So I feel like for a lot of you guys, this is really about gaining your spiritual strength. This is about becoming strong, becoming courageous, making the decisions that are necessary in order to get on the right path. With Hermit here, I feel like with Hermit and the Nine of Wands, this is gaining your spiritual strength, following your inner guidance, following the light that is being lit within you. For a lot of you guys, it does require you to be persistent in your practice. It requires you to be persistent in your meditations. It requires you to be persistent in following the path that you are desiring. For some of you guys, it may require you to go within yourself in order for you to identify who you truly are, in order for you to go through this self-discovery. You may need to find I keep getting vision quests. So some of you guys, I feel like you need to find a guide. Like maybe you need to reach out externally for a guide, go on a vision quest so that you can see a physical proof of an enlightenment. Like I feel like for some of you guys, you've been in the space of going through ascensions, but you don't realize them. So maybe you need something physical. And I feel like for some of you guys, this is about finding the strength to find that guide and go through that journey. Now, for others of you who are not in that space, this could just be about finding your internal strength, finding the strength within with the Nine of Wands and the Hermit. The Two of Pentacles here does represent positive change, but it also can represent peace to chaos, especially if you're in the space of making a decision, balancing out a decision. If you're in the space of juggling, I feel like you need to go within yourself, because usually, and it's not always, sometimes you're a product of the environment that you're in, but usually if you have a chaotic, like a lot of bothersome things that happen, you have a lot of chaos within your life, there's something that is chaotic within inside of you. There's something that is at a discord within you. So you're needing to bring balance either to your chakras, to your energy, or to your intentions and to your thoughts. So for some of you guys, I feel like the balance is going to come within once you find the strength to actually take that path. I feel like Hierophant here, your beliefs are your beliefs around your situation is what's going to create peace. And also for some of you guys, I feel like this is about finding the strength to retreat, because the Hermit card can sometimes represent retreat or going within your shell from a situation that has a lot of things going on, maybe a relationship, a job. With the Hierophant, this represents something stable. Could be in the space of really needing to find peace within your beliefs, like search for the key within yourself, because the Hierophant also represents spiritual keys or perfecting the spiritual practice. This represents being the liaison between you and your higher self. So I feel like for a lot of you guys, are being the liaison between you and higher realms, not your higher self. Your higher self is connected to you. So for some of you guys, I feel like once you find the strength to go within yourself, to really go on this journey of self-discovery, make some positive changes within your foundation, Hierophant, within your beliefs, within your life, I feel like you'll start to see things balance out. And the next card is Justice. So I feel like you'll start to see things balance out. So Judgment, I do feel like for a lot of you guys right now, you're in a space of going through an awakening. So is there any more messages with the first row? You know what's crazy? This is one of the cards that go in here, and I didn't even know this was in here. I thought I left it in the thing, but I guess I took it out. So I'm going to read it. It says, Great Spirit, Mother Creator, bless the earth through my life, source of all nourishment, we seek to replenish your sacred world. Guide us now through these images, words, and feelings within as we reach into the wholeness. Let all that is needed be known. So I feel like you are in the space of finding all that needs to be known within this path, but you're needing to find the strength to make the positive changes that are necessary and really go within yourself and discover your true path or your true identity. All right. Some of you guys could also be reaching out to, with the Hierophant and the, these two together, the Hierophant and the Hermit. You could be reaching out to a guide. You could be reaching out to someone that may be of some assistance to you, someone that could lead you. You could be looking for a mentor, someone that has knowledge and can share with you the keys. Come get your cat. All right, so the next, she's about to knock my microphone down. So the next row we have is Justice with the Six of Swords in reverse and the Page of Pentacles. So with the Justice card, I feel like for a lot of you guys, you could be in a space of weighing out some pros and cons. You could be in a space of trying to create balance within your heart and mind. Some of you guys are seeking for balance, but High Priestess, the balance is within you. So you feel as though you can't trust your own intuition. High Priestess in reverse. So some of you guys feel like you can't trust your intuition. You're searching for balance, but the balance is because you don't find peace moving forward because you don't see the value of investing in that path. So that's why those are the constraints that we've seen at the beginning of the reading. Some of you guys, the right thing for you to do is to move forward, but this lack of peace within yourself, this lack of peace of mind is causing you to feel restricted. It's causing you to feel burdened. 10 of Wands here, 3 of Swords. Maybe you could be dealing with overcoming some sort of heartbreak here, maybe feeling at a delay. Page of Swords here. I feel like this is about you investing research in what is right for you. So that does require you to become more discerning. That does require you to be in a space of going on this journey, identifying what is in the best interest of me, what is not. What I like to tell people all the time, instead of making a list of the things that you think you want, make a list of the things of how you want to feel. In regards to love, how do you want to feel in love? Do you want to have a passionate relationship? Do you want to have a laid back, cool relationship? Like, what do you want? In regards to career, that's also another thing. Like, what do you want? Do you want to be wealthy? Do you want to be working a lot? You need to know what you want to feel moving forward so that you can identify what it is that you actually want. A lot of us have an idea, a vision of what we want moving forward, but it doesn't reflect what we want to feel. You feel me? That's like wanting to have a multi-million-dollar job, but not wanting to put the work in that is required for you to get there. It's like, you know what you want to feel. You want to feel wealthy. You want to feel like a millionaire, but what your intentions to get there may not be the same. You feel me? You may not want to work to get there. So that means that you would have to create a what do they call, I forget how you call it, but it's where you have money coming in that you don't have to work for. I know it, but I can't think about it right now because my mind is not on money or anything. And I might do a video on finances, especially spirituality with finances, because it is important that you stay balanced and that you stay in a high vibration in regards to your finances and also in regards to what's the give and take or the input and output of what you have. You have to keep things balanced. So with the Ace of Pentacles and the 10 of Wands, I feel like you're climbing toward a new life. There are some burdens that need to be released, especially with balance. Some of you guys may need to be weighing out pros and cons, cutting away situations that is not beneficial to you. With the Page of Swords here, I do feel like for a lot of you guys, you're at a delay because there's some challenges. With the 10 of Wands and the Page of Swords, there's some challenges that you have to overcome. And you may, 3 of Swords, have to do what is right for you and sever a connection, break free, like I said earlier. Y'all, I know it probably looks weird me going back and forth, but I just am used to having it set up one way. I'm just really wanting to do something else. So put that there too. All right, so we have this goes here. Not trusting your intuition. So with the 6 of Swords here, I feel like you're not moving. Why is the 6 of Swords here? We have the 7 of Cups because you're confused. You got a lot of different things. Some of you guys you could have been playing around previously, which, let me tell you something. A lot of people I hear a lot of people say, and me as well when I was younger, I hear a lot of people say, oh, I just done played around so much, I don't know how I'm going to get it together now. Listen, every day is a new fucking day. Every minute is a new minute. You have an opportunity to make amends from whatever did not work previously. So with the Six of Swords, the reason why you're not moving, because Seven of Cups, either you're playing around, having a little too much fun, not wanting to make any moves, you're comfortable where you are, which is, I mean, that shows luck, that shows decision. Or some of you guys could be in a space of having a lot of things that you're needing to put in order. With the Seven of Swords here, there's some choices, some decisions that need to be made, and I feel like with the Hangman, you're in suspension because you feel like you don't have to move, but you do. Judgment here with the Six of Swords in reverse, you need to make a decision to really move toward peace within your life, peace, or get on the path of peace. For a lot of you guys, your vision is a little blurry. Look at my Hangman here. She in the water and her vision is like blurry. It's elusive a little bit, especially with that Seven of Cups. You could have an elusive mindset. You could be thinking, I don't have to move, I'm comfortable, I'm set. But in actuality, if you're manifesting more and you're not moving toward those or if you're manifesting more and actively moving toward those manifestations but not breaking free from the restraints, what's going to happen is you're going to create shifts within your life. You're going to create because listen, when you move with your manifestation and universe hears you, God hears you, they don't care that you're not ready. They're going to move the shit and make you ready. So for a lot of you guys, you're needing to change your perspective and make the decisions to move forward. Really invest in allowing something to grow, or there may be some teaching moments here. I got teaching moments, shifts. All right. So we have the Page of Pentacles here. How's this Page of Pentacles here? How's this Page of Pentacles here? We have the Queen of Cups here. So some of you guys, I feel like you need to invest in nurturing yourself, nurturing your own foundation. Mastering your emotions and mastering your foundation. With the Queen of Wands here, a lot of you guys are lacking confidence within yourself. You're underestimating your abilities. You're keeping yourself in suspension. Some of you guys need to see this clearly. You are an apprentice in your own path. You're learning, you're growing, and I feel like you need to be aware that you're evolving. So for a lot of you guys, the decision to really move toward, and I say decision because we have the Lovers card here, the decision to really invest and move toward this path is going to be rewarding for you. It's going to allow you to be reborn. But for the big majority of you in group one that pick these cards, you're going through an awakening. You're very much in a space of feeling restricted by the constraints that you have within your life. You feel comfortable where you are, but that does not mean that that is where you stay. You're in a space of evolving, and there are some changes within your life that are necessary. So you need to be discerning. You need to make the decisions necessary, the adjustments necessary in order for you to get to this next evolution, or to evolve toward this next ascension. Just feel like what I mean. All right, so let's move on. Next row here, we got the Queen of Swords here. I told you you need to be discerning. You got discerning twice. Queen of Swords represent discernment, and then you have judgment. So there is a decision that needs to be made. Why is this Queen of Swords here? Harvest, Wheel of Fortune. You need to make the decision to change. Knight of Cups here with the Three of Pentacles here. Follow your heart and put things in motion for yourself. With the Ace of Cups, I feel like you're granted a new opportunity that's going to bring emotional fulfillment, but you're not going to get it if you don't make the moves necessary in order to obtain it. So we got the Knight of Wands. I feel like for a lot of you guys, this is like flying or moving forward with your desires, soaring, okay? Allowing yourself to soar. Some of you guys are very much in conflict here. The conflict internally causes the conflict externally. Put an end to the conflict. Five of Wands here with the World card and the Knight of Swords. Some of you guys need to put an end to conflict and move forward independently. This is about your own abundance, your own wealth. Some of you guys, this is about you making a decision to break free out of the restrictions, out of the norm, out of the box, and allow yourself to really be free. Stand alone. Seven of Wands here. Stand up. The Seven of Wands can represent resistance, but I feel like you're resisting the oppression right now. I feel like for a lot of you guys with this Seven of Wands, you're in the space of setting yourself apart. Okay, why is the Seven of Wands here? You see how she's running away from whatever's in the back, like she's making herself the forefront. So some of you guys, I feel like you're setting yourself apart. Why is the Seven of Wands here? We have the Tower. Revelations here, Eight of Pentacles here. So I feel like for a lot of you guys, you're releasing a negative or a bad investment. Also releasing investing into this negative or fear-based thoughts. I feel like your fears have tricked you into being restrictive or being restricted. Ten of Cups here. A lot of you guys want something that's going to bring emotional fulfillment. In order for you to get there, you got to release all the other stuff, which I feel like for a lot of you guys, it's just your mindset. I'm going to be honest with you. But you could also be dealing with some negative or toxic things, and you're needing to release that. Okay. Hey group 2, it's Nicola. So let's get started. This is my first pick a card read, and I am excited. I enjoyed the first reading that I did for group 1. So you guys are the elephant, strong and mighty. Y'all know I love elephants. All right, so the first card we're going to start with is the archetype card. So right now we're looking at the poet. Okay, so let's read what we have for that. I may be weird because I'm used to reading in front of me, and I got my card thing here, so I'm used to reading where the cards are. I'm showing cards here and reading here, so if I lose eye contact, don't mind me. I'm still working out the kinks of these new readings that I'm doing. All right, so let's see what we have for the poet. And this is a person. Yeah. 75. Yeah, it's a person. And I don't have my glasses, so. All right. The poet's work is to feel immensely and not be afraid. They must seek out truth in the darkest corners of the world and carry it back for all to see. The unique capacity resides within us all, regardless of our relationship to creativity. When the poet energy is present, there is a call for deep honesty and reflection. There is a call for deep honesty and reflection, for seeing the big picture within the little one. The poet rides effortlessly between the personal and universal. It's possible that others may not seem to listen or care about the poet's work, but do not be discouraged. The words of the poet ring true for centuries to come, soothing the wounds of despair and violence that captivate our world. The poet's work is never finished. Find your voice and trust that the wind will carry it. When in light, this card represents clairvoyant, wise, and timeless. When in dark, this represents harmful words, sharp tongues, and thwarted creativity. Okay, so the next card that we have is the Goddess Guidance, and I'm going to call these as I go. And I'll also put in the description, like I said, group 1, what cards I'm using. So this is the Goddess Guidance. We have Aphrodite with Inner Goddess. It says, awaken the goddess within you through dance, self-care, and appreciating your divinity. Okay. We are using earth magic now. We have invocation. So for a lot of you guys, I feel like you're doing some magic. Could be in a space of manifesting through ceremony, through ritual. Okay. Or it may just be an internal thing. You could just be praying. Okay, which is still ritual. All right, so we are using the romance oracles next. We have, it is safe for you to love. So right now you need to open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. We talked about this in group 1 as well. So I feel like there's a lot of restriction within the heart space, especially if you're going through some troubling times. You could be feeling resistant within your heart. Could be in a space of not accepting or acknowledging compassion or energy. For a lot of you guys, you need to understand that it's safe. You can open up your heart space. You can be open. You can give love and receive love as well. Okay. So the next message we have is from the Ascending Masters. We have spiritual law of attraction. So I said this is the same thing I said with the with group 1. You cannot receive any abundance, any prosperity, anything within your life if you have a closed off heart space. So for a lot of you guys, you need to practice giving and receiving. Open up that heart chakra in order for you to really hone in on your spiritual law of attraction abilities. Okay, it's all in the heart space. So we're using the Lightworker Oracle here. We got 1111 messages and numbers. So we're going to read this. Okay. The universe is speaking to you through numbers from 1111 on your phone to the repeating number patterns that catch your eye. Information is being transmitted from the creative universal intelligence into your cellular awareness. You may find energetic healing as you receive these transmissions of number frequencies. Okay, put that right there. All right, so for a lot of you guys, this is about paying attention to those synchronicities and acknowledging and accepting the energy that comes with it. Again, you need to have an open heart space. All right, so we have joy from the Whispers of Lord Ganesha. So we're going to read what we have for joy. Joyful, joyful, Lord, we adore thee. Sorry. So joy is the state of the heart and soul. Okay, surely is. The last card of guidance we're gonna read before we get into the tarot reading is the Angel Gods and Goddesses deck. We have God of Spiritual Healing. It says an aspect of you or a situation in your life is in need of healing. So I do feel like for a lot of you guys, you're really needing to awaken the God or the Goddess within you, really become in touch with your emotions, become in touch with what you feel. For a lot of you guys, I feel like you're restricting your heart. You could be in a space of feeling as though you're needing to heal or you're needing to overcome. I'm going to be honest with you. Yes, you do need spiritual healing, but you also need to understand that it's okay to love, whether it be platonic or romantic. A lot of you guys are manifesting something that you are honestly not open to receiving it. You're manifesting, so you need to be open. And for a lot of you guys, because you're dealing with past hurts or past triggers, you're not exactly open to what it is that is supposed to be coming in for you right now. All right, so let's read. We're going to pull these up. Okay. I don't know what I did with the, oh, I put it back here. It's like I don't know what I do with the other cards. All right. So what messages for guidance do we have for group 2? We have the Ace of Swords here. So I feel like you have a challenge in the beginning. Could also be gaining some mental clarity. If you have a question about something, the answer is yes. Okay. Messages, guidance for group 2. What messages, what guidance do we have? We're only going to take the ones that turned up, so I feel like I have more than a full reading here, but let's see. All right, so we almost got a full reading. Underneath everything, we have the Page of Cups. So some of you guys, this is about following your heart, really identifying what's within that heart space and moving with that. So I'm going to read like I did for group 1, row by row. We're going to put these up. I like all my stuff together. All right. So the first card we have, like I said, is the Ace of Swords. For a lot of you guys, you could be in a space of really, I don't know if there's a challenge. I feel like you have like bird's eye view when it comes to your path right now. I do feel like with the Page of Wands, there is some good news. For a lot of you guys, I feel like this could be in either an investment or something that could bring wealth or stability. Ace of Cups, Ace of Swords. There could be clarity of a new opportunity within your life, but I feel like Page of Cups, you're really needing to trust your intuition. You're needing to be in a space of making sure that you're drinking from the same cup that you're offering, or you're being reciprocal with energy in regards to someone. I'm saying drinking from the same cup you're offering because I feel like for a lot of you guys, you are not very nurturing to yourself, and this may be the reason why you're needing to be in a space of, some of you guys are desiring stability, but I feel like you're needing to be in a space of being stable within yourself is what I'm trying to get out. Ace of Swords, Ace of Cups, definitely new opportunities here. New opportunities, new investments here. The pages here, something that brings stability, value. But you need to gain control of something. And I feel like for a lot of you guys, I feel like you're just in a space of I don't know if you're waiting. I don't know if you're restricting yourself. I feel like you're restricting yourself. You have these new opportunities, something that will bring stability. It's good news, but there's some sort of restriction that I feel you have around it. I don't know if it's you feel like you want to wait, or maybe you feel like the energy isn't strong enough. What other clarity do we have for the first row for group 2? What other clarity do we have? Give me clarity. Or what other messages do we have for the first row? We have the Empress. So yes, something is growing. You're really, I feel like you're not seeing clearly that there's a new situation within your life, a new relationship. That's why some of you guys are afraid. Four of Pentacles here. You're holding back how you feel. You have this opportunity, but you're holding it back. You're not being honest with your desires. You're not showing your true colors. For a lot of you guys, maybe the fear is 10 Pentacles. The fear is that it becomes stable, that it becomes a commitment, because that's a drastic change from whatever you've been dealing with. Now, spiritually speaking, Empress, you could be in a space of needing to allow yourself to see some sort of connection in your life from a different perspective. I feel like there's some feelings involved into something. I feel like there's a small investment that is made. The opportunities are here, and I feel like you need to commit to it. But again, I feel like for some of you guys, there is some resistance. All right. So let's see what we have for this next row. We got Four of Swords here with the Seven of Pentacles and the Six of Swords. I'm sorry. So I feel like with the Four of Swords here, some of you guys are really in alignment with you need to be in alignment. Four of Swords is about getting in alignment with your truths. I feel like for some of you guys, you could be in a space of trying to create something, trying to put something in motion, trying to stabilize. You could be in a space of trying to stabilize your thoughts. With the Seven of Pentacles here, I feel like you're investing. Like, you see how she's putting like products, or putting a harvest. She's putting her harvest in her hut or whatever she's putting up. So I feel like for a lot of you guys, you're really in alignment with investing into something, investing and moving forward. I feel like that's not an issue, but there's a restriction to it. I feel like for a lot of you guys, the restriction may stem from past hurts or stem from lack of confidence within self. I feel like you're working on something, you're contemplating something, really in a space of building up, I feel like nerve. I feel like you're building up nerve to do something. So let's see here. I do Six of Swords. That is a movement forward. So you are moving forward, making adjustments within your thoughts. 10 Swords here, embracing the end of difficulties, investing in becoming more abundant. I see all of this happening. So this is beautiful. What other messages of clarity do we have for row 2? Ace of Wands here. Feel like you have a new opportunity here. Okay. So with the 10 of Cups here, with the Star here, yeah, some of you guys are going to gain what you want. Some of you guys are really going to be in a space of being fulfilled. High Priestess here with the Justice. You know that this is a balanced change or a balanced decision. I feel like for a lot of you guys, you know this. You feel all of this. I just feel like I feel like you're scared. I feel like you're scared, and I'm going to just be real with you, and you have the ability to overcome that fear, because fear is just an energy. Okay, so for the next row, we got the 10 of Swords here with the Lovers. I feel like for some of you guys, you could be in a space of needing to understand that you survived what could have killed you. You survived the worst. You survived being beaten, abused, taken for granted. You survived being drugged through the mud. With the Lover's card, I feel like this is about making a balanced decision for yourself, choosing to put an end to the negative aspects of your thinking, or the negative aspects of what's been going on within your life, and really being in the space of moving or acknowledging ecstasy. Like, this is like bliss. So I feel like for a lot of you guys, it is about following your heart. It is about embracing the end of difficulties. It is about allowing yourself to really emotionally evolve, or even spiritually evolve. Turn it down. So 10 of Swords here with the Lover's card. Why is this 10 of Swords? Now, some of you guys could also be putting it into a connection, making a decision to free yourself from something, because I feel like freedom is ecstasy as well. So let's see here. 10 of Swords here with the Lover's card. What other messages do we have? Temperance here. So for some of you guys, you could be blending in. Yeah, there's a blended relationship, or a blended connection here. World card. I feel like for some of you guys, you're moving into a whole new ascension. Death, yeah, transformation. So I feel like it's time for these changes to happen. It's time for you to embrace the end of difficulties. It's time for you to move into a blissful type of energy, energy that brings ecstasy. I keep getting ecstasy because it's fucking right there. So I feel like for a lot of you guys, the sun is setting on some difficulties within your life. I feel like you're blending or moving toward a new type of belief. Could be blending relationships, especially with this. You see there's like people coming together. So you could be making a decision to put an end to some troubling times within your life and blend in this new type of energy, this new type of positivity. So we have the Emperor here with the Queen, with the King of Wands. So I feel like this is you focused on taking control, being in command. I feel like for a lot of you guys, you feel like it's time for you to, take control of your life, to set the boundaries that are necessary in order to create happiness for you. We have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So I feel like for a lot of you guys, you're starting to see that something is insensible, something that you may have previously with that Seven of Pentacles. I referred back to the Seven of Pentacles when I see this card because of the investment. It's like the Seven of Pentacles is, where the hell is the Seven of Pentacles? There we go. So with the Seven of Pentacles, you see how you are taking these investments back into your lodge. Well, I feel like for a lot of you guys, you're taking back your control from a situation because you may see that that was not a good investment. I feel like with the Nine of Pentacles, the best investment is yourself. So for a lot of you guys, you're sowing your own seeds, moving away from a situation that created some anxiety. Three of Wands here. I feel like for a lot of you guys, you're manifesting some new energy in, making some changes by focusing on gaining control. I feel like you're expanding, you're growing, you're escaping an unstable situation, something that may have brought about a lot of fears, may even just been your own thoughts. I feel like you're escaping that and you're moving forward, gaining control of your life. I kind of like your reading. It's very empowering. It's very empowering. So this is all I have, guys. Thank you so much for watching. This has been group 2. Like I said, if you guys have any ideas that you want to put in for another pick a card reading, make sure that you put those comments in the comment section. This is all I have. Thank you guys so much. I love you guys. Hey guys, it's Nicola. So this is group 3's reading. You guys were the dragon. Okay, so let's see what messages we have. If I look weird going between the two cameras, don't mind me. I'm just trying to get accustomed to reading with my portable camera, or I don't know, the one that's not connected to my computer, and reading with my webcam that does connect to my computer. All right, so we're going to be pulling from this stack of guidance cards I have. What I'm going to do is I'm going to call out each type of card so that you guys know which card I'm using, and then I'm going to read it. I also have in the description what cards I'm using. After we read these, then I'll pull then I'll do a tarot reading for you guys. So we're going to use the archetypes first. We have the vow, okay? So I feel like the vow is a tool. Some of you guys could have been in the space of making some sort of vow. 173. When the vow is spoken, the air shifts, karmic ties are formed, and destiny tilts on its axis. Our words and intentions have immense power. There is a reason the great mythic stories of our past often include the recitation of oaths and the mixing of drops of blood as a mark of union. The tricky part is that reciting the vow, no matter how casually, activates the internal and unseen forces of the world. The ancestors bear witness. The laws of nature respond. These promises cannot be unsaid or forgotten, so breaking them can leave lingering complexities and loose ends. This card calls us to acknowledge the vow we are living by, consciously or unconsciously, and either recommit to it or create a ritual that signifies its closure. You've been underestimating the power of your promises. So when in light, this is about bearing witness to the shift toward destiny. But when in dark, this is an unconscious vow, an unkept promise, and messy karma. Ooh. All right. So the next card we're going to be using is the Goddess Guidance Oracle deck. And cycles and rhythms. So some of you guys could be vowing yourself to a cycle here. Could be in the space of needing to break free from something again. All right. So it says, honor the cycles of your body and energy levels. Honor the cycles of your body, energy levels, and emotions. I'm going to get it right eventually. All right, so for a lot of you guys, you could be in a space of needing to honor what you feel. You could know that you're in a cycle, and you could be trying to figure out, how the fuck do I break this cycle? How do I stop it? Just stepped out of the fucking circle. So we're using the Earth Magic Oracle cards now. Right now, I feel like you've been submerged in the dark or submerged in the cold iciness or the cold icy grips of a karmic tie. I feel like for a lot of you guys, you vowed yourself to this cycle and you're submerged in it. Right now, you have an opportunity to break free because it's being brought to the forefront. So right now we got honeymoon. It says enjoy the bliss of the holiday time together. Now when I get this card, I usually resonate this more toward timing than I resonate it more toward an actual energy or event. Now for some of you guys, you could be in a space of going through a honeymoon phase. You could have just taken a vow. Could be fearful. Some of you guys could be about to make a vow. Could be about to get married. Could be fearful of that. Some of you guys could be fearful of commitment. I feel like around the holiday time, you'll be able to spend some sort of time or some sort of connection. Could be traveling. Next holiday is the 4th of July. So for some of you guys, you could be traveling for the 4th of July or something like that. Submerging yourself in a cycle. Wow. So the next card we're going to use is the Ascended Masters. For right now, you got go now. So for some of you guys, you may be needing to move away from something that you have vowed yourself to. Okay. We have the Pink Rose of Lady Nada. Okay, so let's read what we have for that. You are in the midst of a heart healing, a healing of the fears and anxieties that have held you back from enjoying your full magnificence. Lady Nada is here with all her gentle power, watching you in soft pink light. All anger, fear, sadness, bitterness, disappointment, and hurt are soothed and loved into peace. She brings you a sign of your future blossoming into deeper love. Okay. So the next cards we're going to read is the Whispers of Lord Ganesha. All right, so we got two. You and group 3 and group 1 received 2 cards. So the first card we have is Drive. So let's read what we have for Drive. And then we have Acceptance after that. All right, so with Drive here, it says confidence as well as unity of purpose and control are desirable. So for a lot of you guys, this is about finding your drive, finding what pushes you, finding what gives you confidence in order to unify with your purpose. The next card we have is Acceptance. So let's read what we have for Acceptance. There is great freedom in accepting things as they are. So for right now, you could be in a space of needing to accept something for what it is. Especially if you're dealing with a cycle, with a karmic cycle, you need to accept it for what it is. It's karma. So the last card we're going to use for the guidance portion of this is the Angel, Gods, and Goddesses deck. And we have Goddess of Psychic Protection. It says what you believe you create. No one can harm you. So for some of you guys, you could have vowed yourself to something out of fear. Submerged yourself into a situation, and I feel like now you're wanting to break free from that. All right, so let's see what messages we have. What messages, what guidance do we have for group 3? Okay, we have the 8 of Wands in reverse. So if someone's not moving forward, there's no communication, there's no moving forward, blessings are not coming in, there's a blockage here. What messages do we have for group 3? Okay, we have the Emperor. Someone is really in a space of trying to stay in command. Someone is preventing you from moving forward. Death in reverse, not letting go, not allowing a situation to end. What other messages do we have? If this is not someone, this is you. What other messages do we have for group 3? Messages, guidance. Okay, we have the Ace of Wands moving forward, turning down a new opportunity. What messages, what guidance do we have for group 3? Okay. We have the Ace of Swords, we have the 4 of Swords, we have the Page of Cups, we have the Queen of Stones, the Justice card, and the 3 of Swords. Some of you guys, you need to look at a situation sensibly. 4 of Pentacles, I feel like you're holding on. You're holding back from moving forward, holding on to something that you need to let go of. All right, so let's get started. We're going to do this row by row like I've done it for group 1 and group 2. Because that's just how I roll. I like to put my cards in order. So the first card we have is the Eight of Wands in reverse. So I feel like for a lot of you guys, you're not moving forward. If you're in a space of feeling restricted, of allowing yourself to kind of stay stuck, stay in a cycle, even I feel like for what I was reading with the guidance and with this, you are aware that you are in a space of repeating the same things over and over and over again. But because you are afraid of actually moving forward, because you're holding on to what you feel is perfect at the moment, you're in the space of not moving forward. You're blocking your path. You're not allowing yourself to soar. So with the Emperor here, there's a need for you to really gain control, to become the command center of your life, to really gain control of what you have going on. Now, for some of you guys, you could be dealing with an Emperor, someone that is in a space of taking on a masculine energy within your life and taking control, setting boundaries for you. But even if someone is setting boundaries for you, if you're allowing someone to set boundaries for you, you're giving up control and you're still allowing yourself to stay put. So with the Death card in reverse, I feel like there's an ending that is necessary. The sun needs to set on a situation, but for a lot of you guys, you're holding back, you're holding on, you're not accepting anything new. This is like no new friends, no new situations, no new nothing. The problem is here, there's no moving forward. You're losing, you're letting go. The Ace of Wands and the Eight of Wands is 9 wands. 9 wands in reverse is weakness. It is cowardness. It's no backbone, okay? So I feel like in order for you to really gain what it is that you want, you got to let the sun set on a situation. You got to gain control. You got to grow a backbone. What messages do we have for this first row? What other messages or guidance do we have? We got the Eight of Wands in reverse, the Emperor, the Death in reverse, and the Ace of Wands in reverse. What other messages do we have for this first row? Oh, healing. Healing. So some of you guys, you need to heal. That's why you're not moving forward, because you're not allowing yourself to heal. For a lot of you guys, with the Knight of Pentacles, I feel like you're just crawling along. You're just really handling your responsibilities. All of this is out of anxiety. You're holding yourself back. You are a fucking warrior. You have the ability to win, to grow, to evolve. But because you're in this space of needing to heal, trying to avoid going through pain, trying to avoid changing out of your normal routine, you're allowing yourself to stay stuck. You're allowing yourself to be restricted. You're creating blockages within your blessings. Man, if you don't get on your horse and get the hell on down, okay? So we got the Ace of Wands here with the Four of Swords and the the Page of Cups. So I feel like you have clarity that it's time to be in alignment with what you feel, and that's exactly what this says. Ace of Swords, Four of Swords, Page of Cups. I don't know why I keep wanting to say Queen, but I feel like for a lot of you guys, this clarity causes you, Ace of Swords, Four of Swords, Five of Swords, to have some conflicts within your mind. It causes you to question your own motives, when in fact your feelings, your emotions are pulling you where you need to be. For a lot of you guys, you have a lot of stuff brewing within inside of you, but your mental and your emotion are not coinciding. So what other messages do we have for this Ace of Swords, Four of Swords, and the Page of Pentacles? What other messages do we have for this Ace of Swords, Four of Swords, and Page of Pentacles? We have the Six of Wands. We have the Six of Pentacles with the Two of Wands. So for a lot of you guys, Elijah, make sure they're still recording. Let me make sure my video is still recording. How much time? 8 minutes. Okay, we got enough time. So for a lot of you guys, I really feel like the adjustments, like you're at the crossroads of making adjustments within your path right now, and I feel like it's a good thing. But I feel like you need to let go. Five Swords here. You're feeling defeated and questioning your own thoughts. You need to change your vision around on this. You need to change your will. Some of you guys, I feel like the reason why I'm telling you change your will, you know what needs to happen, but you feel like you don't have the willpower to do it, but you control your willpower. So how can you say that you're unable to do something that you have full control over? So with the Queen of Pentacles here and the Justice, this is balance. This is sensibility. This is seeing what is sensible within a situation. Some of you guys need to nurture balancing out your life. Why is this Queen of Pentacles Justice here? What other messages do we have? Ace of Cups here. So the right thing is to move toward a new opportunity that brings emotional fulfillment. Hermit here with the Tower. Some of you guys realize that this is the path. And I feel like within realizing that is the path, Three of Swords, you may get to the point to where mentally you're starting to put things in alignment. Three of Swords is talking about mental alignment, but it also can talk about, with that mental alignment, cutting something away, cutting through something that seemed balanced at one time, creating a change. So why is the Three of Swords here? 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 We got the Wheel of Fortune. So the change, the putting in new ideas into this supposedly balanced mental state. Putting in new ideas, create change, harvest change. Ace of Pentacles moves you toward a new life. Five of Wands, but there is some conflict, some burdens that you need to lay down in order for you to move forward. So again, some of you guys are dealing with some cycles. You need to lay down the burdens of the cycles. Let go and let God. I think that's it. This is all I have. Thank you, Group 3, for watching. I truly appreciate it. I love you guys so much.